In this video, we're going to talk about intersections of linear functions. So how do we find the intersection? We have three different types. First, that any two lines, generally speaking, any two lines have one point of intersection. So any two lines would intersect at only one point of intersection. So if you sketch both lines like that, so this is your first line and this is your second line, so they're going to intersect at one and only point, which has a certain x coordinate and a simple y, a single y coordinate. Okay. So at this point of intersection, they have the common x and the common y. So how do you find the intersection? You need to get the equation of the first line. Let's say it's y equal to x plus 1. And you need to get the equation of the second line, which let's say y equal negative x plus 4. So, and at the point of intersection, you know that this y is going to be the same as this y, because they're common, they're an intersection point. So this means you can equate these two equations together. So you're going to get that 2x plus 1 is equal to negative x plus 4. So you equate both sides, and you can simply rearrange the equation into 3x equal 4 minus 1, which is, it's going to be 3. Right? So you're going to get that x is equal to 1. And since x is equal to 1, you can plug the 1 either here or here in any of the two equations. So you're going to get that the y, it's going to be equal to negative 1 plus 4, 3, or 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1, which is 3. So if you want to find the intersection between any lines, you get both lines and you equate them to each other. The second setup is when you have no intersection, or what we like to call no solution. So no solution in linear equation means that the lines do not intersect, and lines that do not intersect, we call them parallel lines. So the lines must be parallel, and if they are parallel, then they must have the same slope, right? So parallel lines have the same slope. So they're gonna basically look like this, two lines, and they do not intersect at any point. They have the same slope, but you can notice that they have different y-intercepts. Same slope, but different intercept. Okay, so how the question comes, you have one of two setups. He might tell you that, let's say 2x minus 3y equals 6, and ax plus 4y is equal to, let's say, 8. And he's telling you that these have, the system of equation has no solution. So in linear equations, if the system has no solution, then they must be parallel. Parallel meaning that the number beside the x's must be the same, because they represent the slope. So we need to know to get the slope of both equations and make them equal to each other. Remember that if you want to get the slope, you must rearrange the equation into y equal mx plus b. This is how we find the slope, right? So I take the first equation, I rearrange it. So I'll put the negative 2x to the other hand side plus 6. And then I'm going to divide the whole equation by negative 3. So I'm going to get 2 over 3x plus 6 divided negative 3 is going to be negative 2. So once you rearrange, you'll find that your slope of the first equation is 2 over 3. You rearrange the second equation as well in the same sense. So you're going to say that 4y is negative ax plus 8. You're going to divide the whole equation by 4, so negative a over 4x plus 2. So you're going to get that the slope here is negative a over 4. And since they have no solution, that I know that they have the same slope, so I can definitely say that the 2 over 3 is going to be the negative a over 4. You cross multiply to get negative 3a is equal to 8. And you finally get that a is negative 8 over 3. This is the value of a that would make both of these systems have the same slope, thus having no solution. Sometimes the question might come in a different way. He might tell you something like this. A multiplied by 2x plus 3 equal to 8x, let's say, minus 5. And he's going to tell you that this system has no solution as well. So if this system has no solution, find A again. So we said that if they have no solution, then they're parallel, and if they're parallel, then they have the same slope, right? So in this case, the slope is the number beside the x. And notice this, it's as if I got both equations and I equated them together, the same way we did the intersection in the first time. So this becomes 2ax plus 3a equal 8x minus 5. So the number beside the x here must be exactly the same as the number beside the x here, since this represents the slope. So you can say here that 2a is going to be equal to 8. So you can get that a is going to be equal to 4, since this is the value that will make the slopes of both equations, or the numbers beside the x, equal on both hand sides.